Like this video and subscribe to the channel right now, and get 1 week of amazing luck. In vehicles, dashboard cameras are essential. The driver is involved to demonstrate if they were at fault for any accidents and to document incidents that occur on the road. Since they are continually recorded, they also capture other roadside activities and are a growing number of times the source of unexpected occurrences and sightings. We've collected some of the most strange and inexplicable videos together, so here are 10 mysterious encounters that were caught on Dashcam. Number 10. The Gentleman in a Suit. The scene in the following video is a dark, deserted road. It begins normally enough when a strange gentleman in a suit with a briefcase and an umbrella enters the frame just as the car rounds a corner, followed immediately by another identical man. The men would flee into the tall grass, where it would suddenly become obvious that there were several males there who shared a similar appearance. The presence of the car appears to have frightened them, as if they had been apprehended. Unexpectedly, another individual with a flare can be seen further down the road. The events that followed are still unknown, as is what the motorist actually saw that night, but many people think he was driving through a ritual of some kind that was going place in the middle of the winter. Number 9. The Darkness of the Night in Saudi Arabia. This video was recorded in the darkness of the night in a barren field in Saudi Arabia. You almost immediately notice the motorist slowly approaching a distant white individual that appears to be wielding a cane. The white figure can be seen stumbling toward the car as the video continues, and after a little while, the panicked screams of the driver can be heard. The figure keeps moving toward the driver after a while, and the driver can be heard yelling directions at the figure that, in essence, translate to back up and stay away from my car, now that he or she is visibly afraid. Although the video is undoubtedly scary, it is still unknown what the driver had truly recorded that night. Near the end of the film, the figure can be heard screaming at the driver. Number 8. Clown in middle on road. Back in 2016, Americans experienced a brief period of a deadly clown trend. Basically, it involved several people dressing up as clowns. In 2016, a family was driving home in South Yorkshire late at night when their dashcam caught a clown jumping out in front of their vehicle. While many clowns were just trying to terrify people, some would actually rob and even kidnap individuals. The clown would then continue to just stand there and wave before sprinting towards the vehicle after a little while. The car's driver would urgently try to go in reverse before turning around and driving again, forcing the clown to get out of the way. Number 7. Stuck in fire. The previous night, a forest fire started by lightning had gotten out of hand. Unbeknownst to them, the single exit from the park had already been blocked off by the fire by the time they received the evacuation notification.
slow down, slow down. It's big rut here. Just slow down. Get out of that fire.
Not out of that, Dad. We're not out.
We're good though. What? Easy, easy. Can't see. Just go easy now. Easy.
Dad, the car's heating up. It's gonna explode. Dad, what if a tree falls on us?
Okay, slow.
Please, God, help us. Dad, we can't get out.
I'm getting out. You can't drive back. We get that out of the road. We get gloves.
Oh my God.
Stop. Stop.
Dad, we gotta get out of here.
A fallen tree.
Directly in the middle of the road, a tree has fallen, trapping them inside the park. When they reached their campsite, they abandoned their car and frantically began sprinting towards a nearby lake because they had nowhere else to go but back, which required them to go through everything they had just gone through. By some miracle there they would find 2 park employees in a boat on the shore of the lake. Justin and his father were rescued and taken to safety, leaving everything but this horrifying footage behind. Number 6. Man with the Axe. Australia is where this dashcam video was recorded. Through their strange dashcam, 2 men in a Mercedes are traveling along the highway when they notice an approaching automobile. The vehicle then maneuvers past the 2 men before slamming on the brakes in front of them, evidently attempting to run them off the road. However, what initially might be brushed off as road rage quickly takes a more serious and unsettling turn. The 2 men see that the driver has an axe in his hands and is threatening them from his window.
What are you doing? Oh. Kick distance, bro.
The 2 men are forced to make a hasty U-turn to get away from the man after their sudden and unexpected encounter, but he still follows them. When the 2 take the next exit and approach a roundabout, the predicament worsens even further. The Mercedes is rear-ended twice, the second of which sends the assailant spinning out and off the road.
Whoa! Keep driving, holy! Yeah. No. Oh, keep going. Just keep. Oh my God!
When police arrived at the scene of the collision, the automobile was gone, allowing the 2 men to flee. They would then drive to the closest police station and tell what had just transpired. But a few hours later, they would discover the car on the highway, and it was then that the driver was taken into custody. Later, the owner of the dashcam film would provide additional context for the video. Apparently, the motorist driving them was 100% confident that they had stolen his house the previous night, but this was obviously false because the 2 men had never even previously seen the man. He was charged with various felonies and sentenced to 2 years in prison after it was discovered that he had been using drugs. Number 5. Attack on husband and wife. Dashcam footage from a car moving along a calm country road around 1:30 in the night on a Sunday is seen in this video. A hooded man with his head bowed can be seen in the center of the road as the car approaches a crossroads. The man can be seen trying to walk in front of the approaching car, which causes the driver to stop. At that point, the man can be heard shouting as he lunges for the car, which of course causes the driver to hit the pedal and flee. The driver alleges that after the incident, he desperately tried to phone and warn his wife, who was following him for approximately a minute on the same route. Unfortunately, he didn't react quickly enough, which led to his wife having the same experience. The pair still maintained that they were unsure if the man was attempting to rob them, steal their cars, or harm them somehow. Number 4. Masked men. You may watch dashcam footage of a parked car during a day in October 2014 in this video. The audio makes it obvious that someone is inside the car because you can hear the window being slid down and the driver expressing how unsettling something is. Then you see what the driver is referring to as a man walking around the car while wearing a sinister-looking mask.
so creepy. Where'd you get it? Where did you get this? Come here. Where did you get it?
The driver claimed that there were 5 additional people wearing the same mask who were not captured on the dashcam. Even so, it's obvious the driver believes it's a joke because you can hear her smiling, but at that point, the masked men break a window and start robbing the driver of all her goods. The driver's terrifying screams can be heard throughout the entire ordeal. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 3. Attack on police. Additionally, you can see 3 officers working to help the drivers of a car that had broken down on the side of the road in the video. However, as the video goes on, the officers appear to be reacting to the commotion from behind them, and that's when they all desperately try to dodge a car that is hurtling right toward them at a very high pace. After narrowly missing the policeman, the automobile would suddenly stop further down the road. The driver of the vehicle was discovered to be intoxicated 26-year-old Cedric Keith Henson Jr. The parked vehicles would receive serious damage, but luckily no one was hurt. Number 2. Woman on road. This video displays dashcam footage from a Texas police cruiser. As the police cruiser approaches the object on the road, you can see in the video how the car in front of the cruiser abruptly swerves and brakes in an effort to avoid it. As the cruiser gets closer, it becomes clear that the object is a woman who was lying beside the road. Fortunately, Sergeant Scott would come to the woman's aid, rousing her from sleep and helping her stand. When the woman went back up the road after crashing her car into a neighboring ditch and then passed out a short while later, it was generally assumed that she had been drinking. The number of times she was on the verge of being run over before Sergeant Scott intervened is horrifying. Number 1. Attack on driver. The dashcam footage from a truck used to make this film captured the precise moment an ambush occurred. The video unequivocally demonstrates a large group of protesters blocking traffic with an improvised roadblock made of tree branches alongside the roadway. Several undocumented immigrants who were upset over the recent destruction of a makeshift camp they had established were the perpetrators. They would scale the guardrail as soon as the truck stopped and hurl several twigs, rocks, and even chunks of concrete at the driver. Fortunately, the driver made it past the roadblock, but he claimed that at the time he was afraid for his life. Unfortunately, he suffered many wounds from objects that were thrown through the windshield, necessitating the need for medical attention.